Hello, hello, hello. Again, this is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper, and today I am going to be talking to you about how to get out of the friend zone. Okay? So make sure you're paying attention. We're going to talk about how to get out of the friend zone and grow your business to a bigger level, right? So I'm making sure that I'm streaming, blah, blah, blah. Everything looks good. Facebook is sharing out my stuff, doing its thing while I do my thing. And there we go. All right, so hello. My name is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper, and today we're going to be talking about getting out of the friend zone. Okay? So let's get into it. I got my stuff on this computer, and now Facebook is on that computer. So let me put it over here. There we go. All right, so I got my notes. I am ready to rock. Are you ready to rock? I'm excited. This is Tactical Thursday. And on Tactical Thursday, I got my whiteboard out, and I'm ready to rock out. So here is something that happened to me the other day, and I thought it was pretty interesting, and I figured I'll share it with you. So a client came to me, and so I'm talking to the phone. I do the consultations with my clients. So I'm talking on the phone, and she's like, I'm really trying to get out of the friend zone. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I've been married for about 8 years. So, I'm too far in. None of that's going to be happening, on this call. But, no, that's not what she was talking about at all, whatsoever. So what she was talking about was, in business, we have what's called this friend zone. And the friend zone is really those people that they know you, they like you, so it's the people that's in your little circle, right? It's the people that you see all the time, and they already kind of know you and like you. And a lot of times when you're getting started, that's where your business starts, right? A lot of time your business starts with the friend zone, the people that are just outside of your, family and friends. Everybody knows, hey, when you're starting a business, the first people you hit up is your family and friends. Why? Because they already know you, because they already like you, and in most cases, they trust you, right? So when it's time to grow your business, and one of the reasons people go online is because they're looking to grow or expand their business. And, hey, Dekeisha, hello, people. We got some people watching. There's Miss Hessing. How you doing, people? So anyway, a lot of times we talk to friends and family, but when we're looking to scale, we're going to talk to people that are not friends and family, right? So now we're trying to get outside of the friend zone, and that's where it gets scary. Then you start realizing, hey, you know what? My campaign isn't scaling very well. Or the things I'm trying, the same things that worked in the friend zone doesn't necessarily work outside the friend zone, right? The presentation that you do when you are referred into business is not the same presentation typically that you do when you're going to complete strangers. Why? Because there's already a level of trust. There's already a level of familiarity that comes with that friends or family zone. But today we're going to talk about how to get. You probably were like, "What's on your board? Lee, tell me what's on the board." Today we're going to talk about how to get outside of the friend zone. I'm super excited for it, and let's go ahead and get into it. So again, I can't see some of the comments because I want to make sure you're able to read my writing. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So in order to get outside of the friend zone, we have to learn how to build rapport, right? We got to learn how to build rapport. Now, building rapport is tricky, okay? Actually, it's so tricky that they even spell it in a tricky way, right? So if you're looking at rapport and you're looking at R-E-P-O-R-E, you're not going to find rapport. If you're looking at R-E-P-O-U-R, you're not going to find rapport, right? And I think it's on two levels, right? It's spelled funny. It's spelled tricky because it really is a hard skill to master, right? So rapport, just so you know, is, Rapport, right? So I got my glasses on today, because I figured I'll be in professor mode, right? I'm teaching some stuff professor style today. But so Lee, how do we build rapport, right? So when you talk to salespeople have this this idea. They'll say, come on the other side of the table, right? And what that means is you're getting beside the client or beside the prospect because you're trying to grow and be on the same side of the table. You want to have rapport. For us as digital marketers or online marketers or people that are expanding our business on the internet, we have to get on the other side of the screen, right? You like that? We got to get on the other side of the screen. And the way we do that is by beginning to see our client in a new way. Or we got to get on the other side of the screen and see our marketing like they see our marketing. Or see life through their eyes, right? So I think for my 25th birthday, I went and got LASIK, right? So these pretty brown eyes, you know what I'm saying? They actually work. So I had to get my LASIK so that they actually work. But I used to wear glasses all the time. When I went on my combat tour, right? What drew the line? Because I had got used to wearing glasses. I was like, hey, you know what? I wear glasses, because smart people wear glasses. So when I went to the military and my night vision, like everybody had the cool shades, right? And I had to wear like the big old goggles, right? And then I had to wear the birth control glasses, is what they called them. And I was like, but so once I saved up some money, I came back with some Iraq money and I said, you know what? I'm going to go get my eyes done. So for my birthday, my 25th birthday, I believe, I got me some LASIK. So now I don't have to wear glasses anymore. But I still keep these glasses. These aren't prescription. But I still keep glasses around me for this purpose. I keep glasses around me so that I can, when I have my writing glasses on, I start thinking like, hey, I am thinking or looking through the lenses, through the eyes of another person, right? So sometimes when you see me with my funnel helper glasses on, you'll see me with my glasses on. It's because I'm getting in the lens, or I'm looking through the eyes of a prospect. And that's one thing we have to get very good at doing, and that's looking through the eyes of the prospect. So if we're trying to get behind the screen, if we're trying to look into the eyes of the prospect, here is a little exercise that will help you do that, okay? Here's the exercise that'll help you do that. It's actually called an empathy map, right? And what the empathy map does is, so you have this and you kind of, let me see, you draw your nose, right? I mean, actually your ears, and then the head, and then like, I guess a person has a nose here, and then like the under their head, right? So, and then the eyes, right? All right, so. I'm sorry, hold on. How did I mess this up? Like, it's a person. Oh my goodness. Why does that look so bad? Okay, so just have a little, there you go. And then make the ears a little bigger. How about that? All right, so, and then we have the mouth, okay? So, you may see stuff online. This is called your empathy map. And what it does is, it helps you think like your prospect, right? Because in order to get in the mind of your prospect, you want to do a couple things. You want to think about what they see, right? So think about what they see. You want to think about what they say, right? So this is actually in this part. So what they say and do. You want to think about what they hear, right? And you want to think about what they think and feel. All right. So if you go through this process, your advertising will be better. Your website will be better. Your Facebook ads, your whole sales funnel will be better because you took the time to do this empathy map. So right now we're in the middle of a launch with one of my clients, and we're talking to Christians, right? So we're talking to faith believers that are in the marketplace. And one thing we had to start doing is we had to start saying, okay, what does that person see? Right? So we start saying, okay, what does that person see? Well, that person sees ministers, right? That person sees ministers. That person sees people serving in the choir, at church. They see, so this was a good one. They was like, hey, we see the wicked prospering, right? But think about it. By going through this exercise, how much better does your marketing and your conversation, right? We have to get behind, we got to get on the other side of the screen. We have to go, not be me and say, hey, here is what I see, right? We have to be in the eyes of the prospect and say, here is what they see, right? So we started listening, hey, here are the things that they see. And actually going through this allows us to get in the prospect's eyes. Our Facebook advertising got a lot cleaner. Our web copy got a lot stronger, right? So we have to first look at what they see, creating our empathy map. So I have another client, right? I have another client that, and he works with assisted living facilities, right? So this was the seat. So let's say my client that works with assisted living facilities. Hold on. In your case, you would use the same map for one person and go all the way through them, right? But in this teaching environment, I'm going to use different clients, right? So that you kind of see more than just the church angle, because not everyone here is having a church conference or even work with Christians, right? So I'm going to use different clients on different aspects of it for you to see and have a better understanding. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So, and if this is good information, go ahead, like, share, slide it up, slide it down, like, share, post, do your thing, right? So I have one client that works in the assisted living facilities, right? And so what does his prospects think and feel? Now, we're actually, he's doing a conference where he's teaching people how to start an assisted living facility. So now, well, what are they thinking? If a person that's interested in doing that, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? Well, they're thinking, perhaps a money opportunity, right? Opportunity, right? So this person is thinking, you know what? Maybe if I open assisted living, I can make some money. Another thing they may be thinking is they may think, hey, you know what? I have extra room in my house. My kids are grown, so I have adult kids, and now I have extra space. I have extra space in my house, and I'm on retirement, so, maybe it's quiet in the house. It would be great to have other people in the house because my kids are gone. So they're feeling that they have too big a house. They have space. Or maybe they're feeling like, you know what? I've been a caregiver my whole life, right? I was a nurse and now I'm retired. What else can I do? Hey, perhaps this is my vocation, to care for people, right? But by going through a process like this where we sit down and say, what is a person thinking? What is a person feeling in this moment? They might be feeling like, you know what? Maybe they had an elder that was going through certain things. So maybe they feel compelled to do something, right? There's compassion, right? So when we're writing our advertising, yes, to some people we're going to talk about the money-making opportunity. But to some people, we're going to talk about, hey, if you have additional space in your home, here is a way for you to keep up the facility. Or if you're a renter, a real estate investor, and you have property, maybe one thing you can do with it is rent out your space, right? Compassion. Hey, maybe you're a mom, or maybe for whatever reason you feel like, hey, you know what? I should take care of the elderly. When my mom was sick, there was no place for her to go, and we didn't trust nursing homes, etc. So maybe they feel like they can't trust the big nursing homes. So they want attention for mom and pop, right? So we start thinking, oh, wow. Here is going through this empathy map, we're getting deeper into the conversation, and now our advertising and our marketing are getting bigger. Now, why? Why do we have to go deeper? Because we're trying to get outside the friend zone. They don't know me. So I have to talk to them in language that they're thinking. I have to talk to them based on what they're seeing. So I have another client. That is, so she's a financial planner, right? So this financial planner, so what are people saying or doing, right? So right now, what are they doing? Right now, they're looking for tax breaks. Okay? So if you're a financial planner, you start thinking, you know what? What conversation can I give to talk to people in tax time? Because they're thinking about tax breaks. Another thing that in her market, they're thinking about, okay, what's going to happen with a new president in office, right? So now the conversation becomes, so we did a webinar, right? And we were trying to think, what are we going to talk about on this webinar? And the thing we talked about was, hey, small business owners, how is Trump's policies going to affect you as a small business owner and affect your taxes? Let's have a webinar. So we started a webinar about that. Why? Because we wanted to get into what people are saying and what they're doing, right? Also, as far as saying and doing, for the financial advisor, let's see. People are, so what are they doing? Some people are doing online, right? Some people are doing online taxes, and some people are doing, like chains, like H&R Block, etc. So we had to have a conversation with, hey, what's the difference between having a boutique company doing your taxes and then you just trying to figure it out with TurboTax, right? So this is the conversation. We said, hey, what's our client doing? Well, let's talk to them in the language that they're speaking so that we can connect with them. Why? Because we're trying to extend our reach, we're trying to build rapport, and we're trying to grow our businesses, right? So let's say here, right? So let's do my company. So Funnel Helpers, we build sales funnels, we do consulting, and we pretty much build out your online marketing campaign. So I start saying, okay, what am I hearing that's going on in the market, right? So I'm hearing some people say that, why do I need a website? Why do I need it? Well, sometimes I hear, what is a funnel, right? Funnel, right? Like, what's a funnel? So I asked my wife, I was like, hey babe, I'm thinking about doing this thing and calling it Funnel Helpers. She's like, are you going to be a mechanic? Because the oil in the car, the funnel. But I was like, okay. So I had to address what is a funnel, which is a predictable sales and marketing process that takes people from a large group of people to a smaller group of customers, right? Which is what we do. So, but I have to start saying, what are my customers thinking? What am I hearing them say? So sometime I'll go on funnels. So I work with speakers and coaches. So sometime I'll go into a Facebook group full of speakers and coaches. And one of the things I hear them talking about is, hey, how do I set up a strategy session? Right? Strategy session. Because a lot of consultants and stuff, they do discovery sessions or strategy sessions. So in my mind, I'm like, hey, you know what? the funnel, my next product that comes out, maybe it should be how to set up a strategy call, right? Or a strategy call funnel. You know? What else am I hearing in the marketplace? So where else do people go and listen to stuff? People go to webinars, right? So I started looking to see what are some webinar topics that I thought were interesting. And I went and, one webinar topic that I found that I thought was really interesting is how to close a session, right? So, and I hadn't thought about this before, but one issue that coaches have is, let's say at the end of the coaching session, hey, we're wrapping up. It's at the end of your 45 minutes or your hour presentation. And the guy is right in the middle of a breakthrough. And he's like, oh no, oh my goodness, you're so right. I need to be doing this, right? And you can't be like, well, that's great. All right, see you next week. Time's up. Right? So you have to, one pain point that was in this market was, okay, if we're right in the middle of a session, how do I close the session without going over my time or getting a client? How do I close a session without being rude to the client? Because I have another client starting up in 15 minutes or whatever, and not let this one consultation go on for 3 hours when they only paid for 45 minutes, right? So that was a topic that I heard. Why? Who would think of that? I wouldn't think of that unless I start looking at what's the conversation that's going on in my market. What are the things that they're hearing? So, again, it's pretty simple. If you go do a Google search for empathy map, you'll find a diagram similar to this. And this two section here is it's pain and pleasure, right? So pain, they call it pain and gain, right? So, to get a clear view or a clear picture of what your customer needs or what your client needs, to help you get out of the friend zone by having stronger, more compelling webinars, stronger, more compelling Facebook advertising or sales pages or copy, you need to put on your glasses. You need to put on your glasses, build rapport, and doing an empathy map will help you do that. All right? Again, this is Lee Fuller for Tactical Thursday, telling you the importance of getting outside the friend zone, and this is what it takes. This is what it takes to get outside the friend zone. You have to say, what are my clients seeing that I can insert my product or myself in? What are they thinking and feeling? What are they saying and doing? Or what am I hearing? What conversations are going on? All right. If you do that, you can get outside the friend zone and reach greater people because you'll be building rapport. Again, my name is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper, and you've been listening to Funnel Helper. I was going to say Funnel Helper Radio. I'm actually working on a podcast, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed and follow me so you know when I go live. I go live every Tuesday and Thursday. But a lot of this content, I'll be moving over to Funnel Helper Radio because it's a little easier for me to just get on and talk and drop that knowledge. So be looking out for that. Again, this is Lee Fuller. Thank you, and I will see you Tuesday for a Thoughtful Tuesday. All right, talk to you soon.